used to love you. I must have been a madman. Look what we've come to since back then when I used to love you. When I used to love you. I would roll all of my windows down and drive through the center street of town so I could hear. just trying to get some sleep, but the ocean in my heart is raging. I don't really know what to say. Take a breath and try to breathe. I'm just trying to puzzle peace. Racking my brain, looking for answers. Wise words only get me so far. I pull it apart, put it back together, but I can't see my way through the dark. I'm just trying to puzzle peace. I'm just trying to get some sleep, but the ocean in my heart is raging. I don't really know what to say. Take a breath and try to breathe. I'm just trying to puzzle peace. I'm just trying to get some sleep, but the ocean in my heart is raging. I don't really know what to say. Take a breath and try to breathe. I'm just trying to puzzle peace. Radio swims in a static haze. Night takes off like a bullet train. Embers red in the morning sky. Go all in and you don't ask why. Oh, you're like an earthquake inside of me. Oh, it's like I'm learning how to breathe. Catch a wildfire in your eyes, I'm under. Pull me in close, light me up like summer. Stars will burn out long before we do. Love hits me and I hold my breath. Feels like lightning.